a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Zlatan Ibrahimović. Zlatan Ibrahimović is a Swedish professional footballer who plays as a forward for Manchester United. He was also a member of the Sweden national team from 2001 to 2016, serving as captain from 2010 until his retirement. Primarily a striker, he is a prolific goalscorer, who is best known for his technique, creativity, strength, ability in the air, and his powerful and accurate striking ability. He is currently the second most decorated active footballer in the world, having won 32 trophies in his career. Ibrahimović began his career at Malmö FF in the late 1990s before being signed by Ajax, where he made a name for himself. He signed for Juventus and excelled in Serie A in a strike partnership with David Trezeguet. In 2006, he signed for rival side Internazionale and was named to the UEFA Team of the Year in both 2007 and 2009. In addition, Ibrahimović would finish as the league's top scorer in 2008-09 and win 3 straight Scudetti. In the middle of 2009, he transferred to Barcelona, before moving back to Serie A football the following season, joining Milan in a deal that made him one of the highest-paid players in the world. He won another Scudetto with Milan in the 2010-11 season. He joined Paris Saint-Germain in July 2012. During his 4-season stay at PSG, Ibrahimović won 4 consecutive Ligue 1 titles, 3 Coupes de la Ligue, 2 Coupes de France, and was the top scorer in Ligue 1 for 3 seasons. In October 2015, he became PSG's all-time leading goalscorer. He finished his PSG career with 156 goals in 180 competitive matches. Ibrahimović is one of 10 players to have made 100 or more appearances for the Swedish national team. He is the country's all-time leading goalscorer with 62 goals. He represented Sweden at the 2002 and 2006 FIFA World Cups, as well as the 2004, 2008, 2012, and 2016 UEFA European Championships. He has been awarded Guldbollen, given to the Swedish Player of the Year, a record 11 times, including 10 consecutive times from 2007 to 2016. With his playing style and acrobatic finishing compared to Dutch retired striker Marco van Basten, Ibrahimović is widely regarded as one of the best strikers in the game and one of the best footballers of his generation. His spectacular bicycle kick for Sweden against England won the 2013 FIFA Puskas Award for Goal of the Year. Off the field, he is known for his brash persona and outspoken comments, in addition to referring to himself in the third person. In December 2013, Ibrahimović was ranked by The Guardian as the third best player in the world, behind only Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. In December 2014, Swedish newspaper Dagens Nyheter named him a second greatest Swedish sportsperson of all time, after tennis player Björn Borg. Early life. Ibrahimović was born in Sweden to a Muslim Bosniak father, Šefik Ibrahimović, who emigrated to Sweden in 1977, and a Croatian Catholic mother of partial Albanian descent, Jerka Gruvic, who had also emigrated to Sweden, where the couple first met. His father was born in Bijeljina, Bosnia, and his mother was born in the village of Pkoz near Skaj in Croatia's Zadar County. After receiving a pair of football boots, Ibrahimović began playing at the age of 6, alternating between local junior clubs Malmö BI and FBK Balkan. While in his early teens, he was a regular for his hometown club Malmö FF. At the age of 15, Ibrahimović was close to quitting his football career, in favor of working at the docks in Malmö, but his manager convinced him to continue playing. His idol was Brazilian star Ronaldo when he was growing up. Malmö FF. Ibrahimović signed his first contract with Malmö in 1996, and moved up to the senior side for the 1999 season of Allsvenskan, Sweden's top-flight league. That season, Malmö finished 13th in the league and were relegated to the second division, but returned to the top flight the next season. Arsene Wenger unsuccessfully tried to persuade Ibrahimović to join Arsenal, while Leo Beenhakker also expressed interest in the player after watching him in a friendly against Norwegian side Moss FK. On the 22nd of March 2001, A deal between Ajax and Malmö regarding Ibrahimovic's transfer to Amsterdam was announced, and in July, Ibrahimović officially joined Ajax for 80 million Swedish krona. Ajax. Ibrahimović received little playing time under manager Co Adrianza, but when Adrianza was sacked on the 29th of November 2001, new coach Ronald Koeman inserted Ibrahimović into the starting lineup as Ajax won the 2001-02 Eredivisie title. The next season, Ibrahimović scored twice in a 2-1 victory over French champions Lyon in his Champions League debut on the 17th of September 2002. He scored 5 Champions League goals overall as Ajax fell to Milan in the quarter-finals. In his final season with Ajax, Ibrahimovic's profile rose when he scored a goal against NAC on the 22nd of August 2004 that was eventually voted the Goal of the Year by Eurosport viewers. On the 18th of August 2004, during an international match against the Netherlands, Ibrahimović injured Ajax teammate Rafael van der Vaart, who later accused Ibrahimović of hurting him intentionally. This led to Ibrahimovic's sudden sale to Juventus on the 31st of August. Juventus. Ibrahimović moved from Ajax to Juventus for €16 million. He was promptly inserted into the starting 11 due in part to top scorer David Trezeguet's injury problems, and scored 16 goals. Near the end of the season, Juventus reportedly rejected a €70 million bid for him from Real Madrid, which was later revealed to be a publicity stunt initiated by Ibrahimovic's agent, Mino Raiola, in order to increase his market value. On the 14th of November 2005, he was awarded the Guldbollen, a prize awarded to the best Swedish footballer of the year. The following season was poor compared to his first season. His role in Juventus' attack changed, as he became less of a goal-scorer and moved more to the sidelines, taking much part in the build-up play, especially as a target player, and his assist numbers increased. In the 2005-06 season, Juventus fans often got frustrated with him due to his anonymous presence in certain important games such as the Champions League defeat to Arsenal. Juventus was stripped of their last 2 Scudetti as part of the verdict from the Calciopoli scandal, and were relegated to Serie B. The new staff tried to persuade Ibrahimović and other top players to stay with Juventus, but the player and his agent were adamant to move on, with Raiola threatening legal action in order to extricate Ibrahimović from his contract. Internazionale. On the 10th of August 2006, Ibrahimović completed a €24.8 million move to Internazionale, signing a 4-year deal. This coming only a few days after 30-year-old midfielder Patrick Vieira had completed his own transfer from Juve to the Nerazzurri. Ibrahimović revealed that he had supported Inter when he was young. Ibrahimović made his debut for Inter on the 26th of August 2006 against Roma in the 2006 Supercoppa Italiana, playing the full 90 minutes as Inter won after extra time. He scored in his Serie A debut against Fiorentina on the 9th of September as Inter commenced the league with a 3-2 win at Stadio Artemio Franchi. 3 days later, in his first Champions League appearance for Inter, Ibrahimović was not able to avoid the 1-0 away defeat to Sporting CP as Inter began their European campaign in the wrong way. Later, on the 28th of October, in his first Derby della Madonnina match against crosstown rivals Milan, Ibrahimović scored the 3rd Inter goal of the match, and also his 3rd league goal of the season in a 4-3 thriller win. In his first season at the club, Ibrahimović top-scored for Inter in Serie A, with 15 goals, as the team won the Scudetto with a record 97 points. Ibrahimović played his 100th Serie A match on the 16th of September 2007, at the San Siro against Catania, where he appeared as a second-half substitute for Hernan Crespo in an eventual 2-0 win. In 2007, he signed a new contract until June 2013. It was reported that this contract had made him the world's highest-paid footballer. On the 18th of May 2008, Ibrahimović scored both goals in a 2-0 defeat of Parma on the final day of the 2007-08 Serie A season to give Inter a second consecutive Scudetto. Overall, He scored 17 goals in 26 league matches, and was named both as Serie A Footballer of the Year and Serie A Foreign Footballer of the Year. Ibrahimović started his third Inter season by winning the Supercoppa Italiana against Roma. After the regular and extra time had finished in a draw, the match went to a penalty shootout where he successfully converted his penalty attempt. He scored his team's only goal in the 2008-09 Serie A opening match against Sampdoria, which finished in a 1-1 draw. On the 4th of October, during the match against Bologna at home which Inter won 2-1, Ibrahimović scored a sensational goal, stunning Francesco Antonioli with an irresistible back-heeled shot from Adriano's left-wing cross. The goal was later voted Goal of the Year in Serie A. On the 19th of October 2008, Ibrahimović continued with his solid performances by scoring twice in an impressive 4-0 win at Roma, taking his tally up to 5 league goals. He then scored another double in the matchday 12 win against Palermo to help Inter take the lead in the Serie A table by 1 point. In the next fixture, Ibrahimović provided the assist on the only goal in the Derby d'Italia match against Juventus at home, helping Inter to extend their league lead. Ibrahimović ended the 2008-09 Serie A season as the league's top goal scorer with 25 goals, helping Inter to another league title. He was also named both Footballer of the Year and Foreign Footballer of the Year for the second consecutive season. Barcelona. After Inter teammate Maxwell completed his transfer to Barcelona, Barca president Joan Laporta confirmed that there was an agreement in principle between Barcelona and Inter for Ibrahimović to join the club in exchange for striker Samuel Eto'o, plus a reported fee of £59 million. Ibrahimović left Inter during their United States summer tour in the World Football Challenge on the 23rd of July 2009 for negotiations with Barcelona, with his last match for Inter being against Chelsea. After Inter agreed terms with Eto'o and Barcelona with Ibrahimović, Barcelona announced Ibrahimović would arrive on the 26th of July 2009 and undergo a medical test on the 27th of July 2009. Ibrahimović passed his medical and was presented to a crowd of over 60,000 at Camp Nou. He signed a 5-year contract for €46 million and the exchange of Eto'o and loan of Alexander Leb, with a €250 million release clause, making Ibrahimović worth €66 million. The Leb deal, however, collapsed. Eventually, Ibrahimović cost Barcelona €69.884 million, which included other fees. As per the Inter book, the fee was €69.5 million, but part of the Inter fee were deducted and distributed by Barcelona to youth and young professional clubs of Ibrahimović, Malmö FF, and AFC Ajax as solidarity contribution. Ibrahimović started the 2009-10 season with his competitive debut for Barcelona on the 23rd of August 2009 by assisting on a goal by Lionel Messi, leading them to the Supercopa de España, beating Athletic Bilbao 5-1 on aggregate. In his next competitive match, Barcelona won the 2009 UEFA Super Cup with a 1-0 win over Shakhtar Donetsk. In his third appearance, he scored his first goal in Barcelona's La Liga season opener against Sporting Gijón in a 3-0 win. Ibrahimović went on to score in his next 4 games, thus setting a team record as the only player ever to score in his first 5 league matches. On the 20th of October, he scored his first Champions League goal for Barcelona in a group stage match against Rubin Kazan. 5 days later, he scored twice in a 6-1 thrashing of Real Zaragoza, giving him a league-leading 7 goals in 7 league matches while sending Barcelona to the top of the table. On the 7th of November, however, he suffered a thigh injury that kept him out for 3 weeks. He returned to action in week 12 of the season against Real Madrid as a second-half substitute for Thierry Henry, and scored his 8th goal of the campaign. He finished with 11 goals and 4 assists in all, but 2 of Barcelona's first 15 league matches. Barcelona capped off 2009 by winning the 2009 FIFA Club World Cup against Estudiantes on the 19th of December 2009. Ibrahimović scored Barcelona's only goal in the 2009-10 Copa del Rey first leg match of the round of 16 in a 2-1 loss to Sevilla on the 5th of January 2010. On the 20th of January, He was selected in the 2009 UEFA Team of the Year. His first goal of 2010 came on the 14th of February against Atletico Madrid. In his next appearance, Ibrahimović scored against Stuttgart in the first leg of their UEFA Champions League knockout stage fixture. He was sent off on the 6th of March in a league match against Almeria, which Barcelona appealed to no avail, and he was suspended for one game, a calf strain, during warm-ups before the next La Liga match following his return from suspension against Athletic Bilbao ruled Ibrahimović out of the second leg 4-1 victory over Arsenal, in which he scored 2 goals away from home, the return leg of El Clásico against Madrid, and the next league match against Deportivo de La Coruña. He made his return as a substitute in the 82nd minute in a 0-0 away draw against Espanyol on the 17th of April. He scored his final goal for Barcelona in the 2010 Supercopa de España on the 14th of August in a 3-1 defeat against Sevilla, and on the 25th of August, he played his last match for the club against Milan for the Joan Gamper Trophy, after which he claimed to the media that his relationship with coach Pep Guardiola had started deteriorating and that Guardiola had not spoken to him since February. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?